your reading that may resonate with you if you happen to have Leo in your sun, moon, rising, or Venus. If you have it dominant in your chart, or if you happen to be cross-watching for a Leo, you might find some information that may resonate with you. Leo, this reading is likely going to discuss some sensitive subject matter. And Leos, if you feel like you're not in the headspace to maybe hear about sensitive subject matter, here's your opportunity to click off the video. Otherwise, those of you who are ready to roll with me, let's get into these vibes, Leo. Let's see what's going on for you the next 7 days. But as I say this, right, you hear me saying the next 7 days, but keep in the back of your mind that not every single solitary thing happens for everyone at the same time. So always listen to this with an open mind. Take from this reading what genuinely resonates for you, and what doesn't, let it fall by the wayside. It was meant to be somebody else's message if it wasn't meant to be your message. Wow, Leo. You're dealing with an addict? Because that card definitely fell over and caught my attention. You might be dealing with someone who is addicted. Maybe you're dealing with someone by the name of Sophia. Oh, this might be a love situation. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, this might have something to do with a love situation. We're going to look in that. Yeah, I think you might be meeting somebody new. All right, Leo. Something's going on with you this week. I think that you're very driven. I think that you have a lot of goals that you're working on this week. A lot of things that are kind of distracting you and kind of throwing you off schedule, possibly. You might be crossing paths with a Virgo. Random side note. I don't know. It looks like you're dealing with some type of pattern, some type of revolving pattern. You keep running into the same things. Maybe this is you. Maybe this is you with a love scenario, your dating history. Maybe that's the case. Maybe it has something to do with your schedule. And maybe, I don't know, it feels like you're maybe this week needing some clarity about a path that you're choosing. Something's throwing you off, because it looks like maybe some chores are piling up at home. Maybe this is you cleaning house mentally, because it looks like you might have a lot of mental clutter. Somebody's popping up on you pretty soon. Yeah, I think you're going to be especially busy this week. You might be having to balance a lot of different things in your schedule. Yeah, cleaning your house, doing chores. Maybe the chores have been piling up because you've been so busy. I think that maybe you might be feeling like you're doing a lot of things by yourself. Maybe you feel like you're doing a lot of things without the support of other people. Do you have a musical talent? Possibly. Maybe you're listening to some music to help kind of like even out your mood. I think this is a very emotional week for you. I don't know, you're a very emotional sign, Leo. I don't know, like, okay, especially, let's say if you're online, it feels like you're developing a lot of followers here. Developing followers. There's more people that are following you. Okay, because it looks like you're communicating. There's something that you're saying, or you have something that maybe you want to share. I don't know, maybe you're writing something. Maybe you're in your journal. Maybe you're journaling this week. Maybe that's how you're cleaning house. Maybe you're cleaning out a lot of old emotional clutter. Because I think that that's definitely something that's on your mind. Speaking of something that's on your mind, it feels like there's some type of a betrayal. Somebody hurt you, and it could have been in a love situation. It could have been in a love scenario, and that might be the cycle that we're talking about. Maybe you feel like you keep running into the same type of people that hurt you. But this week, I think that your guides are maybe trying to get you to take your focus off of things such as this. Love, external love. And not to say that this is like your guide saying don't check on your loved ones. It's not saying go to extremes, but it is saying that this week you might really make yourself the focus. Or something might cause you to have to kind of like shift and go within and look at certain things that maybe, you kind of been dodging. Because like I said, I feel like for some of you, this is what's going on inside of you. There's a lot of clutter in your mind, a lot of clutter in your thought space, a lot of clutter in your emotional space. And maybe it's really time to unpack this stuff because you've been scattered. Maybe you've been kind of like following through. I'm sorry, not following through. Stop breaking agreements. So maybe this is you not following through, not going with certain things that are planned. Maybe you might be kind of like breaking things off with certain people, certain plans that maybe you set in motion. Maybe it might be necessary because I think you might have to kind of pick and choose with certain people. There could even be some type of like situation that comes up maybe where you might have to stand your ground. I don't know, maybe you might be feeling like maybe it's time to back down from certain things where you would ordinarily stand your ground. I think you're going to pick and choose your battles basically this week, because it does look like there's going to be some type of conflict that could be coming up for you this week. I wanted to say Gemini so badly. Maybe that's who this Page of Swords is, the Gemini. Make no mistake about it. Somebody is watching you. They're watching you and they're definitely reporting back. Okay. So this could literally be somebody could be watching you with binoculars. You have a spy. Somebody's spying on you. Or watching you. Maybe you're online. And maybe this week, I don't know, maybe you're kind of airing out how you feel. Maybe there's some emotional pain that you're going through, and maybe you might be deciding, like I said, to talk about it. If you're not talking about it publicly, I think you might be talking about it to a friend of yours. Maybe there's something that maybe you feel like there's somebody that can relate to what you're saying, what you're talking to. Oh, I do feel like you might be online. This might be you. You might be like an online figure, and there might be people that are watching you that kind of admire your story or admire what it is that you bring to the table. Definitely people that are watching you, interested in what you have to say. Definitely. You might be on camera, or you might be a blogger, an influencer, or like I said, you just have some very nosy people that really want to know the tea. They want to know what's going on with you. Maybe you're somebody who brings comfort to people that feel maybe directionless. And maybe you might be having some tooth pain. Struggling not to say Gemini, because I know I'm reading for Leo. The way that you manage your time is going to be very significant this week. Like I did say, I think you might have babies. Do you have kids? There might be some baby news. Here I am again trying to say Gemini, Leo. Maybe there's a baby news. Okay. I think you might be conceiving a baby. Or like I said, there's a baby news here. Maybe some of you are worried about your biological clock. Okay. Well, let's talk here about your emotions. Because I think that maybe you've been bottling up your emotions. You've been holding on to a lot of anger, a lot of resentment. I have that right, Holy Spirit? What's going on with Leo this week? What's going on? Something has you feeling angry. Maybe even a bit depressed. And maybe feeling like there's somebody that you can't really trust. I think you're feeling stressed out and maybe confused over a situation. Especially, I think this is a love situation. It doesn't have to be the case. It could be a platonic situation. But I think that there is someone in particular that you still really love. You're still holding on to this person. This person could be completely absent from your life. This could have been someone that passed away, maybe. But for some of you, this is somebody that's here in the present on this earthly plane. This might be somebody that you're mad at because it feels like you're fighting with someone, arguing with somebody, present tense or past tense. You're depressed over the fact that, what are you depressed about? Because it feels like you are. I think you don't feel heard. I think you feel like somebody is avoiding you. Maybe they're avoiding your texts, your calls. Because I think that there's somebody that you wish would listen, but they don't. I think you've been very patient with someone. And I think now you feel like somebody has taken your kindness for weakness, or they've taken their anger out on you. Because trust and believe, there is anger in this situation. You're angry with someone, or you're angry thinking back on something that may have happened. Maybe when somebody left you stranded. What are the dominant emotions that run your life? No. You're angry about something. Maybe you feel like you're needing to get away from somebody for a minute. Okay, because we did talk about betrayal. You feel betrayed by someone. And maybe you are depressed about it. Maybe you find it very difficult for you to get out of bed. You're dwelling on this all hours of the night. And maybe this is why you're kind of like missing out on sleep. This feels like this is the past that you're dwelling on. Something comes up this week where this is something that maybe you've been grappling with for a minute, where you feel like something was unfairly done to you. And you feel like you're not worthy of this situation. Or do you just frankly feel unworthy? Because you guys are saying you are worth it. This is the situation where you feel like somebody, again, they're taking your kindness for weakness in some type of way. You're feeling very emotional. Something comes up this week, I feel, that dredges up a lot of these feelings. For some of you, this could have something to do with extended family members. But I think that somebody wants to be heard. I think that somebody drifts in and out of your life. They show up when they feel like it, and they leave your life when they feel like it. I think it's time to deliver yourself from this pain that maybe you're rejecting. It feels like you're rejecting the pain, like you don't want to deal with it. You don't want to process it. But I think, like I said before, maybe you might be finding an outlet for this. Maybe you might be talking to somebody that you feel can relate to what you're feeling or gets where you're coming from. I think, no. Yeah, somebody that's open to hear what you're saying. Somebody who is welcoming. Because it really feels like you feel depressed and you feel lonely. There might be people around you, but you might be feeling friendless. But I think you might be deliberately keeping people away. I don't know if that's for a reason, intentional. Oh, there's somebody that you're doing that with. You're not talking to somebody. Maybe an Aries, because you feel like they're so full of pride. And maybe you are trying to hold it together. Because it looks like you have a lot of different things on your plate, a lot of different things that you're juggling. You're doing things by yourself. And so, yeah, I just feel like, let's see what's going on. You've been ghosted by somebody. Somebody feels like you ghosted them. I did say somebody's not responding to maybe your texts or phone calls. They're completely avoiding you. Well, this is why somebody is secretive. This is a love relationship. It could have something to do with a Gemini. Or maybe you are Gemini Sun, Leo Moon, possibly. Anyway, there's definitely somebody playing games with you. Maybe you're currently in separation from this person. And they keep doing the same thing to you. And I think you definitely see what's going on with this situation. If you don't, this is definitely the week that you get clarity about something. Or this is possibly why you're watching tarot, to get some type of indication about what's going on in the background of your situation, because something just doesn't seem right. Things don't add up in this situation. So this week, I think you might be needing to choose a path. Or this could be somebody that may need to choose a path with you. Yeah. Shouting. There's a lot of shouting. No listening. Somebody, again, they don't feel like their voice is heard. They don't feel like their opinions are valued. And this somebody takes the easy route away. They take the easy way out. They blame you, even though this might have been completely their fault. They're blaming you for what happened. They said some things to you in anger, and now I think they're trying to backtrack. I think so. Let's see what's going on. Leo. Yeah. I think you did. You let this go. You're not talking to them right now. They feel honestly like you're not a part of their plan. So guess what? I mean, that could be genuine. That could be a game that you're playing, but I definitely see somebody playing games, pretending that they don't care, that maybe you left. Because I promise you, there's somebody that would like to tell you how they feel, and they want you to hear them out. Somebody could possibly be writing a song to maybe convey how they feel, or maybe this is you. This is the way that you're putting your feelings on paper. Whether or not it's someone, you want to tell someone how you feel, or this is just, again, you're wanting to get an outlet to your feelings. Somebody is still very attracted to you. And I think they do want to talk to you, but I also feel like they think you're going to turn them away. They can tell by your body language. Your body language is tense. It's not the same. And it's probably because, you know what? You feel like they owe you an apology. I think you're looking for genuine remorse rather than somebody shifting the blame. And I think you're dealing with somebody who has done this to other people, not just you. I think somebody is acting like they're happy that it's over, but I promise you it's just a game. It's a facade. It's a pretend, it's an act. It's all an act, ladies and gentlemen, having to do with this situation. They're not happy it's over. In fact, this is the person that's depressed. Staying in the bed, constantly thinking about the situation. I think somebody thought you were a pushover, thought maybe that you didn't have a backbone. But again, I think this is something that you're re-encountering. Yeah, they're depressed about this situation. They're depressed that maybe that you don't talk to them anymore, that you completely blow them off when they try to communicate with you. And I think that, or if there hasn't been communication, I think that somebody just doesn't know where they stand with you. They're watching you. And if they were with somebody else, this says loneliness at the bottom. They could be with this person, but feeling still lonely and empty, or maybe not. And this is why they are turning their attention onto you. This is why they're watching you. They might be watching you be happy with somebody else because maybe you did move on, or maybe you're posting a lot of pictures online. And somebody can't help but kind of see this or kind of wonder what's going on with you. And I think that maybe somebody, you know, now sees what they didn't see before. But I just don't think that you guys are on the same page currently. Yeah, I think maybe you moved on. I think maybe somebody might be coming back. This could be somebody with a military affiliation, police background possibly. Somebody's coming back. This could potentially be somebody that you have kids with, but somebody that frustrates you and has cheated on you in the past. And they might even have some addictions here. And they might even have some overspending issues. They don't know how to manage their money. They're bad with money here. Quick side note. If you have something that needs to be fixed on your car, fix it so that you don't get stranded, especially with your kids. Something needs to be fixed on your vehicle. I feel the oil may need to be changed. Or whatever the case is, it feels like, are you behind? Because some of y'all might have to really be putting money in a car this week. It's kind of how I'm feeling. Alright, so this person that's still attracted to you, this person that you feel is arrogant and has a short attention span and is overly concerned about having, like, sleeping with everybody else, this person that's indecisive. Yeah, they're dissatisfied with their life right now. They're not happy. They're going to put up a wall. That's what this looks like. They're just going to continue to play this game because they don't want to give you the satisfaction of rejecting them. But I promise you, somebody's still in love with you. But they're just going to continue to play games this week. Because I just don't think you feel like you can get your point across without fighting with this person. So I think you are. I think you're spending some time by yourself. I think that this is you possibly... Because you got these cards here where your guides are talking about nature and spending some time alone. I don't know if you feel called to go and spend time by yourself. But I think that your guides are definitely encouraging you to spend some time outdoors. So maybe put some things in check. Fear, victimization. I think this is where you're stuck. I think this is the pattern. Like I said, you continue to meet people that betray you, that stab you in the back, or vice versa. This could be you, Leo, doing this to people. And this could be somebody that maybe you dealt with that has been feeling this way. And maybe this is your way of numbing yourself from the pain that maybe has been caused having to do with the past. Maybe this has something to do with your father. This could be a father that maybe passed away, an uncle, a male figure here in your life. It feels like you're missing somebody. I think that you are this week. I think this is you trying to increase your money. I think you're working to increase your finances. Because I think you're overly concerned about numbers. Or maybe this is you seeing a lot of different numbers. Didn't I say 3-3? No, I said that for Gemini. Maybe you are seeing 3-3-3. I definitely feel like this is your loved ones in spirit that are trying to get in communication with you. But let's see, what's going on with your money? What happened last week? I think you were having some problems last week with your money. Does somebody not want you to have any money? All right. I think somebody's upset that maybe you are doing well this week. Again, emphasis on you being watched. Emphasis on attention being directed to you. I think somebody might be watching your come up this week, Leo, or cross watcher, and they're angry about it. Or somebody might really be into you. They might really be attracted to you. So this could definitely be somebody asking you out on a date. Somebody's very attracted to you. But we were talking about your money, right? I think that has something to do with it. It might sound so random, but we're going to get to that. I think last week maybe you were having a difficult time keeping your money in check, your spending in check. And I think you continue to run into the same cycle with this. This week, I think this is the week. Oh, maybe you're putting money into your car. Or like I said, there's an unexpected expense that maybe you were not planning for that comes in, that came in last week. For some of you, it might have been the fact that maybe you moved. Or maybe you're looking into this. Anyway, whatever happened last week that had your money kind of like a bit low, or it had you feeling a bit dissatisfied. Maybe you didn't have the freedom to do the things that maybe you ordinarily would have liked to do. So maybe in that area, the area of money, you felt a little bit stifled. This week, I feel that if you are able to get organized, I think, and declutter your personal space, especially your mental space. Okay? Because like I said that in the beginning, I think that's going to go a long way. And I think that that's what's going to help you kind of like figure out your financial situation or figure out how to make things better. Because for a lot of you, honestly, I think that maybe you're not happy with your job. You're complaining. You might be finding yourself complaining either about the job or the people that you are working with. And I think you are. Let's talk about it. I think that you are deliberately isolating yourself from other people. But again, I think that's because you're doing well for yourself. And I think that there might be some childishness going on in the background. Is there jealousy? Yeah. Success. Increase. If you haven't experienced this last week, it feels like you're going to get something on solid ground for you where things begin to move forward. And maybe you're feeling indecisive. Maybe this is something that you haven't seen. Might be something that has you feeling depressed because you want some type of success. You want some type of positive outcome with your career. But maybe you're indecisive. Maybe you're in limbo about how to get that to happen for you or how to get something started. Or whether or not this is still the direction that you want to continue to go in. Is this the place that you feel like you can continue to thrive, or is it time to go and try to do something else? Maybe your success might be elsewhere. But whatever the case is, now that you have maybe some more money coming in, this could be a raise, it could definitely be a promotion that could be coming in. I think that this week, this is a time to maybe start thinking about clearing away some debts, because I think that that has been a heavy burden for you. I think that is maybe what is on your mind and what's keeping you from getting sleep and creating a lot of anxiety scenarios in your head is the fact that maybe you feel like you're in a mountain of endless debt. Or maybe this could be emotional debt, karmic debt. I think this is somebody's guilt in a love relationship for how they treated you. Or in a relationship with family, with how they treated you. And now that this is going to be a time where more money is going to be coming in, your guides are definitely saying put some money away for a rainy day, so that if some unexpected expenses do come up, you're not left stranded. You're not left scrambling trying to figure things out at the last minute, because I think that that might be the case for some of you. I was trying to see what's going on with these people at work. What is wrong with these people? Oh, you got some obsessed people here. Yeah, I think you have doubts about maybe whether or not something is going to work out. I think that's the reason for your decision is doubt. This might have something to do, like I said, with your feelings You're doubtful that maybe somebody's going to hear you out if you tell them how you feel, if you tell them what's on your mind. You doubt that maybe, you know what, you can reach a resolution with someone, or there's just a lot of doubt, a lot of self-doubt. But that's what I mean. Whatever this is, having to do with your efforts, it pays off this week. But I definitely see in the background of your situation, you got some chaos, you have some confusion with somebody, and this could even be at work. I think you might be tuning people out because all they have to offer is BS. And I think you might be getting clarity about who these people are, the groups that they run in, and the fact that maybe this is somebody that's just very obsessed with you at work, running their mouth about you, spreading rumors about you at work. Definitely some games being played, and somebody wants to see you hurt. You might feel like you're living your life under a microscope this week. Leo, I wanted to say Gemini, and here it is, the Seven of Swords. Yeah. Well, this is why. So there's some stuff going down at work this week. Some people that might be, like I said, you might be complaining about these people, or you just wish that some people are getting on your nerves. It's like they don't have anything better to do than to be nosy and run their mouth and gossip. I don't know why this would bother you, but maybe it is. Maybe it's way deeper than, you know, what I'm thinking. Maybe it's just really getting on your nerves because maybe you've been doing this for a while. I think you might be thinking about changing your job. Or maybe getting around people that really genuinely support your dreams. I don't know. Maybe you want to make movies, or write scripts, or write songs, or whatever. I don't know. It looks like you're looking for some support in order to get out of this place of indecision. But I do see you coming out of this feeling. And I do feel like you're going to get the direction that you need if you take the time to really hear out what your guides are trying to tell you. Are you sick? Because I think that some of you might be. We'll look at that in a minute. This week, okay? You got some indecision about what you want to do professionally. Your guides are inspiring you to take a chance on something. You're at a place of indecision. They're trying to get you to a place of surrender. You're worried about a whole bunch of things. You might even be worried about things that are completely out of your hands. But this worry is what's keeping you from trusting yourself. This worry is something that I feel like you're dwelling on this week. Because it looks like you got some obsessive thinking here. You're obsessed about someone, or you're obsessed about somebody who is sick, or you might be obsessively thinking about somebody that passed away. There's an unhealthy relationship that I feel like you're entertaining, and maybe you genuinely want to see somebody do better for themselves, and maybe you're worried about them because maybe their drinking has gotten really out of hand. But I think that this is the week that you're coming to realize that it's not really up to you to try to change somebody or to get them to see the light. It's going to be up to them to make these changes for themselves. And this is definitely a week to listen to your intuition. Because like I said, you got some people around you that are not who you think they are. And I think that these could be people at work that could be watching you. I did talk about that. Watching you with ulterior motives. Talking to you from fake accounts because they're too cowardly to come forward and be real. Or this is somebody that's just too cowardly to tell you how they genuinely feel about you. Because I think that there's somebody that really does care for you. For some of you, this could be somebody from the past. For some of you, this could be a family member. But I think that, yes, we talked about that at the top of the reading. Here's your confirmation. It's time for you to heal. And I think that this is the time that you might be taking for yourself to figure some things out, to put some order to your life, because it feels like it's been a bit chaotic. And maybe it only got chaotic when this person entered your life. But I think that somebody feels you kind of slipping away. Maybe they're waiting for you to say something and you're not. And they're possibly remembering every detail of that day, or you're remembering every detail of that day when all 10 of those daggers went in your bag. When you found out about something that they either lied about, or they said some things that were just really foul and bizarre and out of place. Now they're too cowardly to come back and fix it. For some of you, it's a baby daddy. And for some of you, you're worried because maybe this is the breadwinner of the family. And maybe now you're a single parent and having to scramble to figure out some things on your own. And that might be the things that you're obsessing about. And your guides are saying, Leo, it may be time to surrender. Your guides, your spiritual team, is there to assist you. They can only assist you, though, if you ask for help. So if you're in a storm or you're in some type of a crisis, this is where your guides are saying it's time to call out for help. Ask for help if you need it. But in hindsight, I think you're going to realize that this was a learning experience. This is what this was meant to be for you, Leo. This relationship. Maybe this is what you're indecisive about whether or not you should say something to somebody or try to fix something. Give them the sign that they're looking for in order to feel like you guys can move forward. I don't know. It'll just be completely up to you. Pleas to a king. I think you have been making pleas to somebody, trying to get their attention, trying to talk to them. They don't listen. I think somebody's at their breaking point, Leo. Tired of complaining, tired of talking about the same thing. Maybe even the people around them might be kind of tired of hearing the same old treason. Somebody around you is moving treacherously. This is precisely why your guides are saying, Leo, listen to your intuition. And get outdoors to clear your head. Because it looks like you're staying inside, not getting out, not getting any fresh air. Worried about a lot of stuff. Should I say some of you are worried about your bills? Specifically, I think it's your home. Maybe this is a debt situation that you're concerned about. Thank you, Spirit Guides. We are making it very clear. Yeah. It's your home situation, your home life. Or you're in over your head. You're behind with bills. Maybe you don't see a way out of your situation. Or you're concerned for your child's safety. Maybe at home. I don't know. Maybe there's bullying going on at home. I don't know. Something's going on at home. Holy Spirit, show me what's going on in the home life for Leo. Oh, okay. I think I see it. I think that there is a certain direction that maybe you're wanting to move in, Leo. Because honestly, I think that there's a new beginning here that maybe you're looking for. I think there is a change of scenery. I think something's going to force you to have to move, Leo. There's a new beginning. I think this is you. I think this is what you're worried about, a financial situation. I don't know if you've allowed like your obsessive thinking to get out of hand with the situation, and now you kind of like blowing things out of proportion in your head. Let's see what happens here, Leo. I think somebody is leaving a position and you end up getting promoted. But it's going to be up to you whether or not you want that promotion. Do you really see that as a promotion, or do you really see that it's time to get yourself out of there? Oh, okay. I think you are. This is like a sell of a house. You're trying to get out of a lease. So that you can have a new beginning. And maybe you're worried that this house won't sell. I don't know. It feels like that you're going to find a way to figure this out. Oh, I think that's where the increase is from. Okay, so if you are trying to sell a house or get out of a lease, you're feeling stranded because of your financial situation, or this is you worrying because you're waiting for news back. You're waiting for some type of a letter. You're waiting for a package maybe to come in that's going to like give you some information to give you some type of relief. And because that's not there, and because of this uncertainty, you're entertaining this catastrophic type of thinking. Or some of you, you've had a stream of income that may be kind of dried up. This is what somebody's trying to get you to do. This is what the outcome of what someone's evil plans are for you. They want you to come up short. Or this is just delays, kind of like blocking your money. Whatever the case is, like I said, I feel like you're going to find a remedy to the situation. I think there is some news that's going to come in that helps you ease your mind about whatever you're worried about. And for some of you, maybe you're concerned about somebody's health. Maybe it's the health of a loved one. It could be the health of an animal. This could be siblings, possibly. Your kids, family members. So it does feel like you might have a pet. Or you're very drawn to pets. Whatever the case is, if this is you, you're worried about your health or the health of somebody around you. Maybe something needs to get looked into. Perhaps something needs a closer look. I think that kind of what I'm picking up is surgery. You're having a surgery, maybe? Oh, maybe some of you are having a baby. Maybe you're having a C-section. I don't know. I did say you could be pregnant. Are you worried about your little baby, possibly? Okay, maybe this is you with your diet. Maybe you are having a lot of change. You might be making some lifestyle changes, and that might help you to feel better. I think you are worried about a baby. I think you might be worried about your health, maybe because it's time to get a second opinion about something. Maybe it's really time to advocate for your health, Leo, your mental health, your physical health about something. Definitely your emotional health, because it looks like you're emotionally drained. Your emotions are flooded by something this week. Your emotions could be flooded over an ancestor. There's somebody that maybe passed away that's definitely in your energy this week. A loved one in spirit. Is that what has you concerned or worried? Maybe you're concerned that maybe somebody's not in good health. Maybe this is what has you feeling distracted at work. Honestly, I think this is a fear of yours. I think this is the fear of getting something started, beginning something. You're feeling like it's not going to work out because of this lack of mentality. This fear is this what if. That's what's blocking you this week. Or somebody around you. What is this with this deceased loved one? What are they trying to convey to you? It's your guardian angel. That's what they're trying to tell you. I don't know if you lost someone in the recent past or the distant past. I guess would it matter when you lost this person? This person is definitely there. They're giving you some encouragement to hold it together and keep going. And they definitely want you to be careful of somebody that's in your energy. because I promise you, like some of you, this person is watching you because you do have a stalker. They want you to be careful. They're trying to give you clarity about what's going on around you. Or they're trying to give you clarity about whatever situation it is that you're going through that's creating this worry for you. And if you do have like a family member that did pass away from maybe something that maybe is similar to what you're going through, this is definitely a wake-up call from them to take care of your health. Take your health seriously. Because if it's oh, maybe that's what has you worried. Maybe you are waiting for some type of outcome to a health situation. Maybe that's the package or letter that you're waiting for. That's what's going to help you make some health decisions. Or some decisions for somebody around you. I think that comes through this week. I also feel like there could be some type of legal situation that you're dealing with. Maybe some of you are dealing with a Libra or a Gemini. You got a legal situation, a legal document. Oh, somebody did pass away. Maybe you're handling somebody's estate. Make no mistake about it. You've got some loved ones in the afterlife that are definitely looking out for you, looking out for your well-being. What is going on with, are you moving from place to place? Because it feels like maybe some of you, maybe you came from a military family and you had to move from place to place, or this is just you. That's just your lifestyle right now. I think that you're very close to achieving a goal. I think by the beginning of springtime, maybe you might see something begin to move for yourself. I wonder, is this a loved one that passed on? Is this you wishing you could take back your words? Maybe that there's something that you said. Or maybe there's something that they said. Yeah, maybe you were not on the best of terms with this family member before they passed. It just feels like there's a lot of guilt. Or there's somebody that you did part ways from. I think that you might be figuring it out before the end of the 7 days, or figuring out at least what direction to go in. Maybe even with your health, you might be pointed in what direction to go in to maybe solve some type of health situation, whether or not you should get a second opinion about something. I think this, for some of you, there could be something that's very serious. There could be an obstacle to your health for some of you, but I think you might be figuring out a way this week to maybe get that handled. But I think you might need some time to kind of figure that out, or to go within, to tap into your inner Leo to help you have the courage to make certain decisions that maybe you've been avoiding. Holy Spirit, anything else for the Leo Nation? Did you lose your keys, Leo? I think that you might be relocating your keys, you or somebody around you. Maybe Leo is your moon sign for some of you. Oh, I think maybe you're going someplace. Maybe you have been wanting to travel. Again, I think you're going someplace. You're going outdoors. Or this is your guide saying, go travel, go someplace. Oh, gosh. Did I mention the pet? I did. I also want to say something here about, I think you're spending money on something. Definitely. Or this is you spending money on yourself. And your guides are trying to say, don't be afraid to do that. There's bugs. Bugs? Or you might feel like there's a Scorpio that's bugging you, or vice versa. You might feel like there's a Leo that's bugging you. I think there might be a bug infestation. There might be a lot of bugs around you, annoying you in some type of way, maybe coming into your house. But I definitely feel like it's going to be necessary for you to get some rest. Because I think that your body is just going to kind of like shut down, Leo, and force yourself to go to sleep, force you to go to sleep if you're like resisting getting this sleep. I think that your guides are also saying to set up a sacred space, to maybe talk to your spirit guides. And if you didn't know that you're protected, this is confirmation that you are. They're definitely putting white light around you, or call your spirit guides toward you for protection. Maybe this has something to do with Archangel Michael, or like I said, this is your spiritual team definitely gathering around you because you called on them to help you with a particular situation. Maybe you're setting up an ancestor altar for your departed loved ones. Maybe. If you had a court situation or you're having some type of spiritual battle, do not worry. Your spiritual team has this covered. Call on them. It looks like you get victory for the energy that you put into things here, where there may have been loss here that maybe you have dealt with. Maybe you trusted the wrong people. You made certain wrong turns in your life. Things that seemed like the wrong turn. Remember, this was all connected to a lesson here, Leo. I think you're going to find your way. And again, I feel like you're going to come out of this way of thinking. What is the advice, Holy Spirit, for the Leo Nation for the next 7 days? Release shame. If you've been shamed or for being sensitive or anything else, tell yourself, I'm ready to release this shame. I am a lovable, caring person. I think this is going to be a very emotional week for you. And there could be, I did say you might be feeling like you're living your life under a microscope. Maybe there are people shaming you or throwing cryptic messages at you. This type of thing. Your guides are saying it's okay to be sensitive. It's okay to feel your emotions, as long as you don't wallow in your emotions and stay there and stay stuck in a cycle having to do with this. Your guys are saying it's okay to feel what you need to feel. It's okay to process your emotions, Leo. They're trying to give you permission to do that, even though there might be people external from your situation that might feel otherwise. Your guides are saying that's not something that you have to entertain. They're definitely giving you confirmation here about going outside, going in nature, traveling. Go where you feel most alive, a peaceful forest, the mountains, your local park. Let the ocean roar through you. Be revived by nature's wonder. I think that this is where you're going to be drawing your energy from, the outside elements, because I think that you're low on energy. Your vibe is low. And I think that maybe going outside is going to be very important for you. Maybe you might be putting your thoughts on paper. Maybe you might be inspired by something that you see. I think this is also how your spirit guides are sending you messages. I think they might be sending you some very subtle messages, Leo Nation, that they're with you and around you. Holy Spirit, one last word of advice for the Leo Nation, for Leos. Soul light. A relationship may seem less than perfect, yet from the perspective of your soul, this relationship is here to help you grow. Greater understanding and compassion help, but at the same time, stand up for yourself and your rights. Listen and be guided by the light of your soul. So again, we were talking about that at the top of the reading, that there is a relationship. Again, here's the confirmation. This was meant to be a learning lesson to help you grow. Again, your guides are giving you confirmation. You might have to speak up for yourself. There might be a situation here where the two of you might butt heads. You might not see eye to eye. But like I said, at the end of the day, even though maybe at the beginning of the week, maybe you guys were not doing well, I think you might be finding a way to come together and maybe agree to disagree or compromise about certain things. Well, with that, Leo Nation, this concludes your 7-day forecast with Angelic Ascensions. If you found that it was helpful, Leo Nation, hit the like button below this video. Help circulate this video by sharing it and hitting the like button. Thank you, Leo Nation, so much for tuning in. If you felt like this reading was helpful, why not sub to my channel? And if you do decide to subscribe to my channel, Leo Nation, don't forget to hit that post notification bell so that you are notified whenever I upload a new video for maybe your sign or someone that you're cross-watching for, or whenever I go live. Thank you once again, Leo Nation, for tuning in. I will see y'all next week, Leo Nation. Peace out. Have a peaceful week, Leos.